Hello, welcome back to another video. I hope you're doing really well. Today I thought I could bring you 3 new air fryer recipes, and I can pretty much guarantee you will have these in circulation on repeat. They're so easy and simple and high in protein and tasty. I kid you not, I've used my oven in this apartment once since I moved in, and that'll have been like 6 or 7 weeks ago now. I use my air fryer for everything. I just love trying to see what I can actually cook in there. I did initially feel a bit weird about using an air fryer because I just couldn't get my head around how meat could cook so quickly in this little compact microwave looking thing, but it's changed my life, I'm gonna say. I just love how quick and easy it is to make things, and you can also just pop stuff in the air fryer like whilst you're going about whatever else you're doing. Like if you're on an evening and you just want a quick dinner, you can pop it in the air fryer, go get a shower, come back, and it's all done in one thing. So yeah, had to share these recipes. My first recipe is my crispy honey sriracha salmon. This is actually from my app Lift, and just have to share it on here for you as well. I feel like you're going to really like this one. So we've got 2 dinner or lunch recipes, and then the other one is a breakfast or lunch, but I have it for breakfast most days. We'll get straight into it with the first recipe. What we're using as well for the first time today, my new chopping board. She's thick, she's strong. I got this off Amazon and I think she was only about £34, but for this kind of chopping board, I'm really impressed. So for this first recipe, all we're gonna need is some salmon fillets. If you can get wild caught, that's even better, but just use what you have. And then I've got some coconut aminos, which is basically like soy sauce, but it's got a lot less sodium in. But yeah, you could use light or dark soy sauce. Then some sriracha, some honey, a little bit of basmati rice. I'm just using this lazy one. Some garlic, cucumber, and then some spring onions. Just gonna dice up these salmons into like 1 centimetre cubes. You could take the skin off if you prefer. So just dicing up the salmon, I'm just taking the skin off as well on the bottom. About 1 centimetre cubed sizes. And then pop in them into a bowl. So we've got 3 tablespoons of the coconut aminos, which is the soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of honey, and then 2 tablespoons of sriracha, garlic, and then 3 tablespoons of water. And then just mix this around. If you've got a few minutes, just let it marinate a little bit. It'll always taste nicer as well the longer it's been left to marinate. And then you want to grab your air fryer. I got these off Amazon anyway, and they just save a lot of mess because they just keep everything in there. So slide that in. And then spread everything out. I think the key with the air fryer is not to overload them, otherwise they don't end up crisping up. So just making sure everything spread out nicely. And then this goes in the air fryer for about 7 or 8 minutes on 200 degrees. And then whilst we're waiting for the salmon to cook, we can start making the rest of our bowls. So I'm just gonna chop up some spring onion, cucumber, and just a little hack. So I really like these microwave rice, but I just prefer not to cook them in the plastic. So I just take them out, put them on a microwavable plate or whatever, do them for the same time. It means you're not cooking in plastic, so just a little bit better. Chop some cucumbers. Avocado as well. We've got plenty of healthy fats going on. These kind of meals will keep you full for a good while and just super filling and energizing. I've been peeling my avocados lately actually, which I quite like. Normally I'm a smashed avo girl. Taken the salmon out of the air fryer. Can you see how crispy and unreal that looks? So half a pack of basmati rice. I always think basmati is kind of like that sticky jasmine rice. And then a quarter of avocado, spring onion, cucumber, and then half of this salmon. And then just drizzle on the sauce as well. And then I'm just adding a little bit of seeds. If you've got sesame seeds, that'd be even nicer or go a bit better. Okay, so this next recipe is a steak fajita recipe. This will serve 2 people. I forgot to mention in the first salmon one, that will serve 2 people. Obviously, you just have half the rice each or whatever suits. But yeah, all you're gonna need for this is some thin cut beef steaks or any beef steak you prefer, some olive oil, seasonings I'm using garlic granules, chili powder and smoked paprika, and then 2 bell peppers, any colour, any preference in those, a red onion, and then some tortilla wraps, and then some cheese if you like a little bit of cheese like me. Really, really simple. And a lime before I forget. Just taking a small little bowl and making up marinade. So taking 4 teaspoons of olive oil. This is like a garlic infused one, which I've been really liking. I don't think you can really taste it, but I like the idea of it. And then 1 teaspoon of garlic granules, a teaspoon of chili powder, and then a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Mix that around. And then I've just taken the beef steak out and I'm just gonna slice it into thin layers. In my bowl here, and then I'm just going to drizzle half the marinade, give that a mix round, and then just pop that to one side whilst I chop up the peppers and the onions. So into thin little slices, and then the same with the peppers. Okay, and then you could do it in one air fryer, but because I've got the 2 compartments, I'm just gonna pop the steak in one side, so that's all seasoned, and then pop all the peppers and onions in this side, squeeze some lime over these, and then just use the remaining of the marinade for the actual veggies. And then these can both go in the air fryer for about 7 minutes on 200 degrees. So they're done. Just love how they go. So taking a tortilla and then some of the beef, peppers, then a little bit of cheese. And then just sliding it in like this and just popping it into the air fryer again for a couple minutes. I just put that on, it was 240 degrees just for a couple minutes until the cheese is like melted, and then I'm just going to take that out. And I've just made like a little garlic yogurt as well, and a little bit of coriander, and then flip that round. And these are the steak fajitas. I've just mixed it with a little bit of side salad and then some more of the peppers. Moving on to the next one, which is just, it is so good. So moving on to the next one, which is air fryer poached eggs. I can't even cope with that because I feel like I struggled for years trying to get the perfect poached egg. You know, when you're trying to create that whirlpool when you use a pan and you're whizzing it around, you've got to use the vinegar, whereas this is so simple. All we're gonna need is 2 little pots. I would recommend using better ones than these as they're not most ideal. I need to get some this week, to be honest, but you just fill this up sort of halfway with boiling hot water, crack your eggs in, pop them in the air fryer for about 7 minutes, and it's as simple as that. So I'm just gonna put a bit of olive oil into the bottom of each of these. You could use some form of butter as well, just so that it doesn't stick completely. And then fill sort of halfway. Now to put them in the air fryer. I'm going to do 6 minutes this time at 200 degrees. I feel like I slightly overcooked them doing them at 7. And then I'm just going to slice some bread whilst I'm waiting for the eggs to cook. I've not got much left. This low. I found this new bakery in the centre of Harrogate and I can't tell you how obsessed I've been. They sell out within like an hour, it's that good. those eggs took 3 attempts. Today, turns out 10 minutes was the sweet spot. For some reason, when I did them at 6 minutes, they were just undercooked, so let's see. So I just tipped the water out, and then that is what they look like. Right, they look pretty good to me. And then I'm just gonna put some chili flakes, a bit of greens, balsamic glaze. Oh my god, that is a really good, can you see? That's quite a good consistency. They're not runny, but they're not overdone at the same time. Look at that. I can't cope with these little mini bits of bread. I just was determined to use the last bits, and oh, it's such nice bread. But yeah, that brings us to the end of today's video. If you could do me a huge favour and make sure you've hit this video with a like if you've enjoyed it, it just really helps and supports my channel. And if you'd like to see more air fryer recipes, maybe I could do a dessert version. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Yeah, couldn't recommend an air fryer more. They basically circulate heat around all the food rather than in like one singular kind of part, which is pretty cool. And you just don't really need to cook in any oil. So if you're on a fat loss journey trying to lose overall weight, they are really great because you're not having to put as much oil to cook things through, and they still taste like, you can't taste the difference. If anything, I feel like air fryer food tastes nicer because it goes all crispy on the outside. Before I forget to mention as well, you can find more of my recipes in my app Live and Lift, which is on Google Play and also in the Apple Store. You'll be able to find it there. That's where I add monthly regular recipes, and all my workout programs are also in there. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.